Let's talk about the idiom Chinese whispers and supersizing and growing your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And this is one of those idioms and expressions I've never heard of and I've never used. But since we're covering communication idioms this month, I wanted to use some that I have never heard of because that's how I grow, that's how we all grow, and can decide whether we are or are not going to use things in our business. Now, I'm never using this one because this comes from the 1800s. I've actually never heard it. Maybe it's the circles I run in. This is actually, I think, a Japanese perfume, but it's a cute little perfume. It's probably not even Japanese. I don't know, but it's got a cute little Asian doll on it. A lot of the things that I've experienced in my life have been from Japan because my dad traveled to Japan when we were younger girls, and so did my sister, and my nephew lived in Japan for 3 years, and my son's been there, and my mom, and a lot of my family has been to Japan. Me not. I'd love to go there. And that has nothing to do with China, but chances are never in my lifetime will I even visit China. But China has a huge influence on our lives, all of our lives. How many of our manufactured goods, if you've got kids, you know almost every toy is made in China. There's so many things manufactured in China. But this idiom, this expression, actually comes from the 1800s, and it was the racist idea, which, you know, talk about a supercharged word and concept, that rose out of the belief by some people that the Chinese people spoke in a way that was intentionally and deliberately unintelligible, either quietly or in ways that other people couldn't understand, to keep secrets or to communicate in a secretive way. Now, no idea. I doubt that that's true. I think that some people are just more soft-spoken than others. But it came to be a belief among people that were racist or prejudiced against Chinese people. So in the United States, it changed to what we call the telephone game, meaning, you know, we've talked about the telephone game, we've talked about word of mouth, we've talked about different topics with respect to communication that is misinformation or confusing, or that is intentionally put out there to confuse and manipulate, or confusing people and causing more fear and manipulation, is a tactic that a lot of, unfortunately, unscrupulous people and business people have been known to use in the past. But what they don't realize is a confused mind says no. If you're marketing and you want to create more buzz for your business, if you confuse people, they're just going to say no and stop to your business. People want less confusion, not more confusion. So, again, racism to me is misunderstanding or the desire to not understand people that are different than we are. And guess what? Everybody on the planet is different than you and I are, right? Everybody has different experiences. Everybody has different ways of being and believing and seeing the world. And we need to understand that we get to accept everybody's differences if we want to get them to accept us. So this idiom reminds me of how information travels in our organization. We've talked about that a lot in this segment, this month of idioms as well. It can travel informally through the grapevine, which we have little or no control over, but we do have a lot of control over our culture and our formal ways of disseminating information in our business. And that's up for us to decide as we're growing and building our business, how the formal means of information, how our culture is going to interact with information, how we're going to treat one another, because that's what racism is all about, how we treat other people, and not based on any physical attributes they have, but by who they are as human beings. So love to know your experience. Have you heard of this idiom? I've never heard of this idiom or expression, and I guess I'm glad to say I haven't, but I can guarantee I will never use it beyond sharing it in this segment. Love to know your experience with it, if you have heard it or if you've experienced it. I think all of us in our lifetime have experienced prejudice, and whether it has to do with race, religion, sex, whatever, the vast majority of us have been singled out or treated in a way that isn't the way we want to be treated or the way that we want to be treating other people. All right, have an awesome day. It is Monday in my neck of the woods, so it means a new work week, which is always exciting. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow with another communication-related idiom for this month. Have an amazing week.